Hello there everyone, this is iMark3 and welcome back to Keeper RL, where I have goofed up a little bit. Yes, I accidentally clicked over here, and because of that, time was progressing. The peasant actually wandered up to my orcs and got stabbed in the face. Whoops. Oh well, that was the leader, so that was why there was a notification saying the tribe is destroyed and all that stuff. But we can't worry about that, we need to pick over the remains and all that stuff. So, this is admittedly out here. We're a bit far away. There are some houses, so we can check them out for loot. And see if we can find stuff. There's also a cow we can happily murder. You are being attacked by a cow. Yeah. For some reason, cows are hostile creatures. Don't know why, honestly. I will pick up that, though. But more interesting to me, though, is the fact that the bandit corpses... As you can see, it's not just the corpse. There's also a sword and a torch there. Same with this one. And same with this one as well. But, yeah. And, oh, I cut off the cow's leg. Yeah, this is what I was mentioning like, with that leg regrowth mod last time. This thing is wounded and it's lost a leg. It's also gained the trait Collapsed, which is a negative trait, and I think it means it's crawling around, basically. So yeah, put it out of its misery. Now, this is where the humans were. There might still be some captives here. Nope, no one here. What was that? Oh, oh right. Raw corpses, buzzards come and do stuff. Ah, empty chest. I'll just open that and leave it. This is in the tribe's area, so I'll be able to grab that without bothering to pick it up in a few moments. But there is actually an issue. Whereas if say something, these skeletons out here, they aren't in the tribe's area, and it's very easy for stuff to get lost outside the tribe's area. You'll see what I mean about that in a moment. They're like, ooh, shinies. Okay, apparently that's all that the place has for us, though. So, we're going to do the next best thing, and we're going to get us some brigands and murderers and thieves and things, and we're just going to grab them. Which they should be around here, because that's a wall. Yes, here we go. Floor tile. Bandits. Now, I forgot to do this with the peasant, but I can left-click on this, order capture. We fight them normally, after this, and... Ooh, there's a lot of them. We fight them normally, and then they just, like, Oi, what are you doing that far forward? Ooh, there's the leader. Capture you too. I am going to switch mode now. So I can switch this to full combat mode instead of leader control. So notice that I was moving around, they were doing their thing, and just following me in general. But now it's fully turn-based. I control every minion in order, so I can get these guys into formation. So I'm having here space. Next up is the ogre. Fine. Next up is the guy that was an idiot and charged forward. He's backing off. This one remains here as well. And notice that they are starting to pile in. This is because I want to create a choke point, but the AI isn't smart enough to do that. There we go. And now we just lay the hurt on. You're captured. Haha. Let them move, and notice that the leader was shuffled straight to the back because he got basically displaced along the entire chain. And now I can very easily do this because these guys, 23 and 13 versus my 35 and 27. I don't need to control mode for this. I can stab them all. Yeah, stabbed. All stabbed. There's nothing of interest in bandit layers. They're normally just a cave, so that's fine. Exit control mode now. So we do have slaves. Yes, we do have slaves. We also have loot and things around here. But I'll be dealing with that in a second. For now, though, any creature you capture, unconscious 280, 281. If that turn timer for unconscious winds down, they die from their injuries and are gone. They just collapse on the ground, basically. So, if you're going to try and capture things, this is why I built a prison straight off the bat. Because without prison space, I would have to try and build it before the timer ran down, and I wasn't going to do that. Right, so if I click on this guy, notice there's 6 charges. Click. I enslaved a bandit. Aha! And now the bandit is here and he's got this white dotted line around him. So he is my slave now. He belongs to me. He's only got 20% digging, but he will do construction tasks and hauling tasks and things like that. So even though he's got a sword, he's still gonna do what I want. And I can just keep on going and get more. Now, this isn't infinite, by the way. First off, you've got to defeat the people you wanted to capture. Second off, you have to control them as well. If you don't have enough military strength versus your slave population, they can start rebelling and try to escape from you. In which case, they are useless to your needs. So, yeah, there is that. But I have a force of bandit slaves. I'm also going to do a little bit of storage, because there's two things I can't store right now, which is a treasure. I'm going to put these in the middle of the... in the middle of my sleeping quarters right now. I'm sure it'll be perfectly safe. They won't think of stealing anything from me, will they? No. Actually, it is perfectly safe. As far as I know, they will not steal from me, so it is fine. Now, this other thing, I'm going to build a grave. I don't know why they want to steal the corpses, but who knows. Yes. But once those are built, I can go ahead and grab the stuff. Oh, I should also probably do prioritize tasks as well. So do those things first, please. Otherwise, they do things more or less in order. There we go. Now, why did I do that? I did that because there's gold here to be looted, and I didn't have a place to put it. You can't store gold without a treasure chest, which is that. And now, this is what I mentioned about tribe areas. This is the bandits tribe area here, and these buildings are the town's tribe area that the bandits more or less wiped out before I got there. But notice down here though, Villains tab. Humans and bandits both with red crosses, because those two are the ones that are dead. Humans have pillage though, because there's stuff left in their territory. So I can just click this, and it lists what's in range of it. So in this case, it's actually close enough to have a peasant arm and a peasant corpse. They must be somewhere in those woods, I didn't see them. Also, the magic mushroom here is within reach, and all that gold is also in reach. So I can just click on this, and it'll auto transfer to my treasury. There we go. Of note, though, is that treasure chest I mentioned last time that I mentioned that I opened. That treasure chest, if I hadn't opened it, pillaging like that doesn't auto open it. Doesn't do that. So you have to open it to expose the item. Then the item will appear in the pillage list. Also of note is I've got another thing here triggered. So this tells me straight away there's another bandit clan out there, and there's another one which is interested too. But this is triggered by gold. So the fact I've got gold means these bandits are interested in me, and they want my gold. So they are planning to attack me. And this is one of the things that happens. As you get more powerful, different groups have different trigger conditions, and then they start trying to attack you. And this is also why I said like the dragons are one of the weaker main villains to have around in general, as far as I'm concerned. Because when they get triggered and attack you, it's just their single solo powerful leader guy turns up. And if your army's strong enough, as I said, you can kill them and it immediately ends their threat. Because they don't have any sense to try and retreat, as far as I know. They have no minions. They just die. There's a couple of others, like I think the Elementalist is one. That is also just like a solo character that turns up, and if you kill them, then that's it. But hey. Anyway. Now that I've got Grave, though, I'm going to use this command, which is fetch items. What this does is, it issues a fetch command. Like, I'm going to put one here. I'm going to put one here because I want those. I'm going to put one here on these corpses. And I'm doing that because I want the corpses as well. Or at least I can store the corpses. And they might be of use to me. They might not. Is there anything else? There's a couple there. There's one there. There's a couple there. So, yeah. what this does is, as I said, it's like it issues the command, and then your labourers, in my case, my peasants and my bandit slaves, will go out and grab any item they can carry and bring it back to my storage. So that's why I wanted a gravesite, because a grave stores corpses. So now I'll just unpause it. It checks, there's items here, it issues the command, and then, as you can see, this bandit is now off picking mushrooms for me, because he loves to serve me. And then he just drops it in there. Yes. Actually, I'm curious, now that they've been back here, do the bandits still have... do they still have their equipment? No, okay. So, he may have had a sword when I captured him, but he drops it off in my storage for my minions to use. So, excellent. Go my minions, go! I'm also going to grab this gold while I'm at it here, because I want to start going and doing stuff a bit faster. Yes. Ah, this is new. Okay. So what's happened is, Cosmin the Vampire wants to join me. If you have corpses available in a grave, then you can start to get undead creatures appearing. They have some benefits, some drawbacks. Like the vampire is actually a pretty potent early game spellcaster type, and can learn some different abilities compared to some of the other stuff. However, he has that whole daylight thing where if he's actually out during the day, he dies flat out. So, you know, stuff like that. You can also get zombies, which are really slow but incredibly tough and never retreats, and that kind of thing. So yeah, you get all sorts of interesting stuff. I've got a chance at another ogre. Ooh. Disarms traps. Possibly interesting if I had a player dungeon, but I've never run across a vanilla trap to this point, but as I said, I've only played like a couple of games, honestly. So, the ogre, more equipment, more stuff. Ooh, there's one there. Orders, fetch. Get the mushrooms for me, people. And those mushrooms. Now, there's a wheat field there, but... there's a wheat field there, but I don't know if I can actually use that or not. If you capture a peasant, the peasant has a farmer trait, but I've never seen them do anything with it. So, I don't know if that's in the game or if it's potentially a future thing or not. What I will do, though, is I will build a beast cage. This outside area is getting cramped, isn't it? Build a beast cage. A beast cage will allow another type of creature to turn up, as in beasts. But you can get packs of wolves, you can get bears, you can get bats, and you can get crows, as well as some legendary stuff later on. But yeah, that's about. Ooh. No, wait, no. Everyone's busy, of course. Look at this, zombies. Zombies with two-headed zombies, or a blind zombie. I'm not interested. Go away. But yeah, a beast cage will let me try and recruit some beasts, and bats and ravens are actually very good scouts. So they are a good one to have. Especially since they can see very far. Bats in particular are also great, because they have night vision, and you can send them out at night where most things can't really see them in return. So they're excellent scouts. Am I done now? Pretty much. Oh, I almost forgot. Because the humans and the bandits have been wiped out there, apparently no one's going to get the pig skeleton. Because of that, I've actually leveled up a little bit. My malice has leveled up, so I'm level 2. That gives me a point to spend in research. Aha. Now, I've been suffering for a lack of magical minions, so I'm not that varied. I want supporting casts and things, so I'm going to get sorcery now. So that does that. And with sorcery, I can now start to get bookshelves in my library, which will let me start to summon in some healers. You know, little things like that. So now I get to work on a grand library of some vague description. There we go. That'll do, just like a little 5x5, I suppose. I guess that's what I'm doing, isn't it? Just 5x5s at the moment. Apart from the living quarters. The living quarters is a bit longer. Actually, that's... Why not? I don't have a dungeon structure right now, so I might as well do it like this. Yeah, that'll do. Right. Come on, guys. You bandits, stop sleeping down it. You are supposed to be working for me. Yes. But I went earlier because there's a little thing there. So that means that there's an access point to one of these guys up here, just there. Because some of the places actually automatically have a tunnel dug out to them. You don't have to dig in and get to them first. I will put in a bookcase as a priority task, if you please. Get that built. Thank you, peasant. I get a healer. Yay! I get a healer. Who immediately gets added to my combat team, because, of course. To be honest, I don't think I want zombies in this time. Maybe a themed dungeon is something I could do, but this is something you can do here. You can click on a raven. Not too bad, that. A raven is, it explores during the day and has good sight range, but it's very small and weak otherwise. I mean, look at that. 2+1 attack. Normally, if there's any kind of hostile, though, a creature like this will get murdered very quickly. Its only hope of safety is there's nothing remotely dangerous, like, say, a deer or a boar on the map. But look at that sight range, though. Massive. A bat's the same, but it can do that sight range in the dark as well, which is excellent. Oh, we've hit water again. Why is there so much water? I don't know. All it means is I need to do some bridging. And then some torches, and all that. Hey, a bear wants to join me. 20+10. Massive attack potential. What does he need? He needs one more cage. I guess I could start doing a beast pen kind of thing. I mean... Okay, so that's the edge of the water just there. Three, 4, 5, yep. I guess I'm doing by 5s, aren't I? That'll do. Mind you, I have rooms already dug out, don't I? Sorry, I just have a little bit of mucus build-up going on. Mainly because it's cold. I actually managed to avoid the situation that's going worldwide so far in terms of my personal health, which is, I'm glad to say, is quite happy about. But hang on. Order. I'm having to stop and think. Why am I having to stop and think? Darn it. I wanted the fetch task. Control. Click. There we go. Removed. Why am I having to stop and think about this? Mainly because I'm getting distracted. I am way too distractible sometimes. Right. Living place. Sorry about this. It's way too early in the Let's Play for me to be getting inconsistent about stuff, isn't it? Let's see. Torches. Go in there. I will install some doors, because why not? They're only wooden doors. They're not going to stand up to much punishment. I mean, you saw me knock down some wooden doors down the village. They die quickly. But I can get stronger doors if I get materials to do so. But yes. That lets me bring in the bear, though, as an additional heavy hitter for now. But by and large, beasts, you can't really train them very much. If I click on this guy, yeah, look, can't train him at all. So that 20+10 and 18+2 is all that this is going to get. So that's why beasts in general are kind of like cheap, but generally powerful. But they tend to roam around a fair bit too, so, you know, they're not the best. Ooh. Bandits demand 348 gold for not attacking. Agree? No. Yeah, so here we go. Those bandits are trying to get in here, and look at this. They've actually come in with decent force, but I'm going to order their capture. Because I want slaves. And they're going to be dealing with a bear and an ogre first off the bat, though. So, look, the bear's immediately just like, it doesn't care. It's like, it's going, ooh, squishy things. Murder, murder, murder. So, yeah, I may be a bit exposed with all this, but my bear happened to be sleeping right outside. The ogre actually got hurt. The bear is barely hit. Oh, no, the bear is almost dead. Never mind. But they repelled the attack by themselves, so... Yeah. Oh yeah, bandits actually have decent attack stats, and the defense stats on my guys is about the same level. That's a good indication. It's like, if the stats are about the same level, it's a fair fight. If they are a lot weaker, then they are going to get stomped. If you're a lot weaker, then run the hell away. That's a good grounding in combat in this game. So, okay, so I've got plenty of bandit prisoners that I could take in and add to my burgeoning workforce. Admittedly, they are useless little buggers, but, hey, details. Ah, here we go. Chance to escape low. So, right. I'm getting plenty of prisoners now, but the numbers are getting a bit high compared to the rest of my strength. So, chance of escape is now increasing. I need to deal with them. How am I going to deal with them? I'm going to go to their prison and, quote-unquote, upgrade it a little bit by having them knock the front wall down. Of course. Now notice, by the way, that for some reason they attacked and it says destroyed. So yeah, that was just a roaming bandit. They didn't actually have a base that they came from. They sent their leader in, so they got wiped out. There we go. That's all gone. I did that because that was stone resource there. So hard rock. Build a iron door this time rather than a wooden door. Wait, I have to get the wall in first. Yes. Werewolf. Requires 2 more iron training dummies. Permanent trait Ambusher. It's actually a high tier animal. It's got very low defense but very high attack. Notice, by the way, animals have a trait does not trigger enemies when it attacks, because if you attack an enemy force, some enemies get really triggered by that. But if you do it with a creature mob, then, you know, there's actually apparently a way that it doesn't work like that. But I've never tried it myself. It could be a safe way to raid places, though. Anyway, what was I doing? Right. Dealing with my overpopulation of prisoners. So, prison. Torture tables, 15 iron apiece. They can be used to convert a prisoner into a regular population unit. I don't really want these bandits. They're a bit weaker than my current forces. But I will be needing these at some point. So I'll install the torture tables on the side of their sleeping space, just because reasons. The other thing I can do is installations. I can give them gallows. Actually, it would be better if I did that the other way around, wouldn't it? Yeah, so installations, gallows. That should probably be under prison, but gallows is the other way you can deal with your prison population. Come on, guys, get all that installed. I'll also install torches because I am feeling quote-unquote generous. I want to let you guys see the torture equipment as you're trying to drift off to sleep at night. Yes. So, I don't want to have any of these bandits right now. I can get another 6, so I'm going to start executing my prisoners. 4, 5, 6. Actually, I need to do 7 because I'm overpopulated, so 7. So they go there, and then someone else comes along and they get murdered. So, yay, corpses! Oh, aren't they delightful? So they've done that. I can now grab the 6 guys outside because why not? Now, what was the point of all that? I only had to kill 1 of my prisoners to deal with my prisoner oversaturation problem. That is true. But there is another resource you get if you execute a prisoner. And I'll discuss that in just a moment because I'm digging stone out right now. Come on, dig. Yep. Hard wall. Yeah, you guys saw what happened to the other prisoners. Get to work. Ah. Wooden door. Torches because there's a place of learning in there. Ooh, I could get a bat. I like bats. They are great scouts. All I need to do is increase my population limit. Actually, I might as well do that now. Yeah, let's do that now. So one of the ways you can do population limit is statues and decorations. So statues and things is under installations. We can get gold statue and stone statue. Stone statue is 250 stone. Gold statue is 50 gold. Remember I said that regenerating a limb is 500 gold? So that's 10 of these. And each of these gives you one population. So that's like 10 extra creatures worth in capacity for your dungeon. And that's not forgetting that you can actually buy other stuff as well. So, yeah, there is actually a lot of stuff you can do with 500 gold. Which is why I think that mod is perfectly fair and balanced. What I will do, though, is I can afford a stone statue. And I'll place that in the prison. Because they have to stare at a symbol of my might and majesty and all that stuff. So, you know, gotta keep the peasants in line. Sorry, the prisoners in line. The peasant prisoners in line. There we go. Yeah, you guys are my prisoners too. There we go. One extra pop. I'll hire the bat. Excellent. So that's all that. Now, I mentioned you get something for actually executing your prisoners. And that is, you get the prisoner's head. Under installations, prisoner head on a spike, 7 available. So, what this does is, it's an interesting decoration to have around the place. I mean, you can decorate yourself in all that good, evil way, you know? Like, you can have the heads of your enemies on spikes outside the front gate and stuff like that. But what it does is, it actually increases the aggravation of enemies. So, it can provoke more enemy forces into attacking you if that is what you're interested in. And I think it's something I'm going to be doing in this particular game. For now, though, I actually want to grab my bat. Here, batty. Control. It's over here. And look at the sight range. It's night. And I can see all this way. And as a bonus, because it's a flying creature, it can see past trees. So this is what makes it such an excellent scout. You can send this to other tiles. It won't be count aggression because it's a beast. And then it can just find everything. Well, admittedly it can't find everything, quote unquote. It can't fight, it can't get past other creatures. But look at this, I can see that up there there's some light sources up here. Because my bat is able to work this out. So, who owns this? It's a dwarf! Dwarves! There's also a cave bear corpse in there for some reason. But look at this! Dwarves! I'm ordering you guys to be captured straight the hell away. Yes, please. Dwarves. There's, as far as I know, there's always dwarves somewhere on your starting map. But they are excellent minions to have if you are willing to do the whole prisoner game. Why? They are able to dig holes like you wouldn't believe. And they are great at producing equipment. They work the forges like no one else. So, yeah, dwarves are an excellent creature to have at your disposal, prisoner or otherwise. If you choose to actually do so, the dwarves with hammers and shields, they are very powerful creatures too. They can fight like hell. They are great at it. But I'm afraid that is also all the time I've got for this particular episode. Next time, we are going dwarf hunting. Look at that long passage. That is the longest I've ever seen, though. Well, dwarves do like to live underground, so there is that. But yeah, this has been iMark3. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying the show, and I'll catch you all some other time as I make my passages longer. Well, wider, I should say. Yeah, see you all later. Come on, diggy hole. Yes.